Hello everyone and welcome back to the penultimate episode of Season 1 of MotoGP 24 career. Now, today we're off to Sepang, a track that has a bit of everything, one of the most popular test tracks for MotoGP. We end up practice the usual kind of P18 to P24, that range. Bike felt okay, it wasn't amazing. It was one of those weekends where I actually felt decent in hand-to-hand combat, that I actually had advantage in some sectors, which is usually not the way it feels. But still, unfortunately, 2 seconds off over a hot lap. So unfortunately, even though I felt slightly better, the pace really doesn't show it on Friday. Now, in qualifying, we did get caught up a few times in this group of what I would call backmarkers, or to be brutally honest, they're exactly who we have been fighting all year long. The Repsol Hondas and the Satellite KTM of the Gas team. Unfortunately, my best lap was kind of balked by these guys, having to side my way through them at the last sectors of the lap. You can just see I have to go for a bit of a lunge on Mir, and it's not really ideal. We end up qualifying P10, which is P20, so not a great qualifying considering I felt like I had speed. We're hoping for a much better race on Saturday. Right, we have some speed, just need to have a good race with it. Got no warning already, I'm not really sure what for. Presumably being slow off the line and a gusto tapping my back, even though I put that down to gusto. But we'll take it. It's been a decent start. Being squeezed by Zarco, who does have a long lap penalty for impeding in qualifying. I feel like I'm a bit quicker than the guys around me at the moment. I just want to start making hay. Nearly in the points already, which is really good on its opening lap. Already at the end of lap 1, and we're just losing touch to the GP23 of Digia. So it's going to be tough even to make more progress, but we've had a very good opening lap, which is unlike us. I just feel like we're already just up against it in terms of this is probably where our pace is at most. But we're going to try mid-sector, I think is where we're strongest. Some of the flowing corners, we can kind of make the difference there and see if we can just get onto the back of Digia and maybe pull us out of that rut. Just see Bezecchi there, just turning it completely underneath me. Absolutely nothing for him. I just cannot turn this bike this much. Kind of gonna go for one of the brakes because I could probably make the move there, but kind of want to hold behind him and maybe try and get pulled forward if we can. I think already now though, points are gone. We just have a nice gap back to Nakayama, so I just want to kind of fall in and start doing my consistent laps behind these VR46 Ducatis. See where it leads us. Starting the last lap, same old story really. It is exactly what we've done all year. Qualified, and we're pretty much matching our qualifying lap time every lap so far in this sprint. Unfortunately, just don't have the speed to keep with the GP23s in front, so it's going to be a long main race around here because I feel like I actually thought I had much better speed for once in the race. But over a full lap, just kind of sectors where I'm quicker. Unfortunately, it doesn't really amount to anything in a race. We should be okay now to hang on to our lead over Binder once we just bring this home. So should be a P12, which again, good result, top 12. But unfortunately, no points today in the sprint. Up the line, P12 in the sprint, not a disaster. So just for reference, 58.2 is what we did in qualifying. I was consistently doing low 58 in the sprint as well. So we're literally doing our qualifying lap most laps. It's just never good enough. 10 seconds off in only 5 laps, which is a bit worrying considering we're going to have to do double that tomorrow. But yeah, that's kind of it really. And it's kind of given Frankie Morbidelli P7 in the championship because I don't think really we're going to be able to pull points back on him over Valencia's weekend or tomorrow's race. Okay, here we go. Take 2. And it's been a poor start. Bye everyone. So I'll lunge down inside, hope for the best. Slide up the inside of the gas. We haven't really made much headway. Getting some interesting lines. Someone's off there. I believe that was a Yamaha on my inside. Very tight through here. Can we try and ride the white line? It's not really great strat. And that is Frankie Mortelli down. I just said that. Let's see if we're going to get a red flag. Doesn't look like it. I said it in the just after the sprint. Doesn't look like we're going to gain anything back in this race, but he is out. We're in P14, so technically we are going to gain something on it if we finish where we are. Again, I just needed to be top 10 by the end of this first lap. But at the moment we are not. Oh, last minute, jink to the inside. Being punted from every different direction. Somehow I feel like we're going to come out worse on this, even though we've done nothing wrong. Lace going around the outside. We're going to go for a difficult line through on the Ducati. So much contact. Half and clean. We're up to P12 behind Miller. Oh, Aleix, Miller, and Digi Antonio long laps. That's when everyone around me has a long lap. Which is good for my race. Oh, we gained so much on the brakes. Last second, just have to kind of pick the bike up slightly. Good exit though with the runoff. Very good exit compared to Jack. Just don't have anything for him. I'm going to try and keep the inside. Making us turn in early. He's trying to just turn into us and he's down. Not really much I could do there with Jack. It was a bit silly. Never been the smartest rider on the field, but Miller just tried to turn into me and expected me not to be there. So he's now out, so he didn't get to even serve his long lap. Now we're back in kind of P10, P11. We're surrounded by the same people as the sprint, which is kind of annoying because I know for a fact I haven't gained any speed and I don't think they've lost any either. The only one in front, Fabio Quartararo, would he come back to me? Would he be slow? Maybe on that Yamaha? Yeah, I say that as if I'm on a missile, I'm on this Honda still, so it'll be a difficult race for the next 9-8 laps. I'll say the two in front are looking a bit slower. I may have to gain on them, which is a weird feeling. I reckon there's a bit of a tyre offset in my favour. Because I'm not particularly going fast, I don't believe. I'm going to go around the outside, that's not going to work, I don't think. On the inside line, we do, but some would still think Zeki can just turn underneath me, or over me in this case, which he does, in fairness to him. It's his last 2 corners on the track are just drag zones, really, and it's really affecting my speed. But thankfully, to turn 1, take a lot of time back on the brakes. You can see we just pull right up to the back of him again, which is hard to kind of get anywhere near him. We saw in the last laps the struggles that we are having. Zeki wide there. Wide. Fabio seems to get that line all wrong. Can we have somewhat of a run? We just can't turn the bike enough though. Next kind of couple of corners is where I'm definitely stronger than both. Our first warning, I'd imagine. Maybe, maybe not. Again, these aren't really corners that you can pass with the little advantage I have over them. Thankfully, we're not being caught from behind, so we can kind of leave this battle stew for a few laps. Looks like he's wide. We're going to go for a little cutback. Out-drag us though, I'd imagine. There he comes. No competition, but we have the inside. Just something. Oh, the stopping in the last phase of braking. Much wide, and he can just hang around the outside. I cannot get this move done on Bezecchi. Also, we've been out of here. Still not really enough. Kind of maintain the distance, but fortunately, see the shape that I'm pulling, trying to pull this Honda down. It's not really enough to kind of get anywhere near him. But exit again. The initial exit's better. Lap times aren't anything special, really. Just cannot find a way past. Go for lunge into 2. Oh, all over the curb. But was gone. He still somehow has the inside line. I'll try a bit of a dive in 4. Just pick up the power so much earlier, but I end up running it deep. Again, out of control. We're going to try and somehow line up and move somewhere. Have a nice line in here. Alright, that looks like we might have got the move done for time being. He's trying something around the outside. But Fabio is actually a bit of a cork in the bottle for us. Into the hairpin. Has to be done. Oh, he's so slow mid-corner. That Yamaha is not Yamahaing anymore. On the wrong side though. Gonna switch to the inside. Let's leave the brake off slightly. Give us room, Fabio. He doesn't. We're all very wide. Expecting a big yellow Ducati. No, thankfully we have the move done. Wasn't clean on either of them, but we are ahead. Wide though. Here comes Bezecchi. He's wide, I'd imagine. Oh, he pulls it down. Again, he was just able to level me. A bit of a gap on the guys behind, so as the field's come down for Bezecchi, he looks like he's getting it quicker. We're going to have to try our best to stick with him. Now our bike has completely stopped turning altogether. It feels terrible at the moment, so I have to try something because he's going to be quick at this point in the race. Oh, he's wide there. We've gone for it again. It wasn't really going for just my lateral line through there. Again, it's almost like I have the handbrake on. Try something around the outside. Gonna run it wide, which means we shouldn't keep the position. We do. Oh, he goes the outside in fairness to him. Imagine that'll switch to the inside. He's gone wide, so we're having a nice little battle again with Bezecchi, but I'm just afraid pace is dropping because of it. Not that we can go forward or anything, but I'd like to just think it would make more sense if we didn't have to keep doing this every corner. Up the inside he goes. Should kind of compromise his run a bit and give me a bit of an advantage, which will help me out here. Just put bike length after bike length into me there. Thankfully I have a bit of slipstream. And a slight advantage in straight line braking. He's wide though. Oh, he drags me in a bit. As you can see, look what we gained in the first half of the lap. From here on now, this corner up ahead here, this left-hander, from here on he's gone very wide. Good for me. But he will just pull away now for the rest of the lap. Not much I can do about it either, which is a shame. Just a characteristic of his bike really. Or a flag ahead maybe, or behind. And the top guys seem to be gone down. Green flag now. It is Jack Miller and Vinales who are now out. Obviously Jack crashed early in the race. Once again, similar problems. Thank you though. Bezecchi, very kind of him, punches a nice hole in the air for me. And we're both wide. My fastest lap of the weekend, coming at a good time, first time into the 57s. Wide again, Bezecchi's not having a good time. He's still quicker than me. In all the right places. Ooh, small bit of contact, he was very slow to there. Line him off for a run, we can't, we got in the curve, that's not good. Onto Bezecchi's bike is not working. Slightly missing apexes now as well as he's going heavy. Straight line braking is going deep, so might have a chance here. Penultimate lap time. It's wide there. We're going to go for a real aggressive line just to kind of get close to him. How do you combat that? Let's be a magician on the brakes here. Pull it down. Oh, I touched the curb. That could be that. Beck is off the hook. We're going to have an amazing first sector pull this back, but I don't know if we can. It's so far now, it's nearly a second at the point. Don't know what to do. Can't pass him here because I just don't have the run out of the corner. And realistically, he's going to have me to the line. This distance is far too far for me to brake. deep and try and catch him. But we're going to try something anyway. Hope he somehow makes a meal of it. He gone pretty deep, but not enough for me, unfortunately. It's going to be P9, which in the grand scheme of things is a good result. So it was a bit of a messy race, but in fairness, we were 10 seconds off in the sprint and only 18 in the main race. So our overall pace was better compared to our competitors. We set our fastest lap of the weekend and we got ourselves a cheeky top 10. So really you can't be too disappointed with that sort of result because, yeah, qualified 20, finished 9th. It's one of those weekends where, again, we're just pushing above where we should be. Whereas the next Honda, reference P14 and 15. So in fairness, 2-point scoring Hondas other than myself is very, very rare. But yeah, I'm pretty chuffed with that ride. I did well. Unfortunately, just didn't have enough for Bezecchi. Like you can see my fastest lap, 57.8. That puts me top 5. That's Bezecchi beating speed. Really, just unfortunately couldn't do it. Just shows the weaknesses is racecraft with our bike at the moment, which is a bit of a problem. But we only have one race weekend left on it, and that is Valencia. And I'm looking forward to it to put this Honda away and hopefully pull out some factory equipment elsewhere. In the championship, after scoring some points on Sunday, we moved back up to P7, 5 points ahead of Frankie. And yeah, it's going to be tough to keep ahead of him, but we need to keep focused for Valencia and see if we can secure a minimum P7. So our turning point is the last chance for late Espargaro. I don't think the game knows that I can't beat him because his points deficit is too much to P6. So if it asks me to beat him, it's going to be laughable because it's physically impossible. It's not a good period for her. If he doesn't want to lose the face of Adekimi, will have to finish in front of Slate. Is just beat him in the races, because again, that's tough on itself, but you can try that. That's maybe a bit more achievable, considering beating him in the championship is fully impossible. Let me just go to the race. It doesn't say. But anyway, so hopefully I just have to beat him in the race, because that would be a bit more achievable. But again, Aleix and Aprilia Valencia will be a strong competitor. But yeah, we're going to end it there for today's episode. I hope you have enjoyed. It was a fun little episode today, in fairness, at a difficult circuit. But overall, it's been a good race weekend. And I'm hopefully going to finish off the season in Valencia on a high. And then we get into Season 2. Thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed. Slán go fóill.